Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We're drinking a beer. Today's beer is from back here. This is from Decew Falls Brewing in St. Catharines, Ontario. This is their North Street Lager. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. Escapee turned conductor and activist, Harriet Tubman's heroic actions included opening her North Street home in St. Catharines to those fleeing enslavement via the Underground Railroad. Our brewmaster taps into that same noble character to engineer this all-encompassing... Okay, so I've been okay with talking about, tapping into this, tapping into that, tapping... I don't know if that one is kosher. How are you tapping into... How is this beer tapping into, like, helping save people from slavery? Are you donating something from this beer? Are you... What's going on with it that makes it so that you are tapping into the same noble character to engineer this all-encompassing lager? And this is handcrafted by J.W. Woodruff, but I think for some reason that I think that last paragraph on here just took away all the fun in going, oh, J.W. Woodruff. Oh, yes. I think I've lost all my will to do that with just that last few lines on here. That doesn't happen. There isn't many times where I stop and I'm like, I am, as most of you know, not an activist really of any type. I do a lot of charity work and stuff, but I'm not an activist of any type. And I'm not all that politically correct. I try to be polite and everything else, but I'm not all that politically correct. This one just kind of stumps me a little bit. It really... Let's get into the beer. Okay. Looks like a lager. Albeit maybe a little darker. It's more like a golden color than a straw yellow or anything. Bright white head. There is a snap, crackle, pop. I can hear it from back here where I'm sitting. I'm watching it fade rather quickly. It's a very nice looking beer. I mean, it has a tiny bit of haze to it, but I mean, I can see through it, but it's not crystal clear in any way. I really do like the look of it. Okay, sent out of the can. Tinny and straw. Okay. I mean, we do... Oh man, I'm not going to get the Aces Bucks with beer on my Aces thing. I do like that... I do like the color. I do like that it seems like it might be what Chris wants completely, which is, a restraint. Showing restraint. Because it smells like it's showing restraint. However, it didn't show restraint in this little write-up here, this blurb. I mean, I don't know. To align yourself as... Just... Really the same thing. Just kind of straw and a little bit tinny still out of the glass. Anyway, cheers. Oh, okay. For a craft lager, that's pretty good. I can't say much bad about that. It has a little bit of a hoppy taste, a little bit of a slightly dirty, slightly piney back end. Telling you that you're drinking a craft beer because they used some hops instead of like a random hop extract. Hell, they could have used a random hop extract, but they used enough of it to make a flavor. A biscuitiness, a little bit of a cereal green forefront. Cereal green, biscuity, hoppy. I mean, it's almost like it's a mixture of European and European. I mean, it's a by that I mean it really tastes like it's a mixture of a English lager and like a Czech Pilsner almost, with a little bit of hops thrown in to add a North American flair. So I mean, it does come off like a very solid lager. It is full of restraint. Still not big on the blurb. Full of restraint. No off flavors. It's a lager that if you had it cold, you could drink a whole bunch of them. I don't actually have a problem with this. Other than this part. This one last thing. I don't know how drinking this restraint-filled lager in any way taps in to the noble character of Harriet Tubman. My son's outside with my 3 dogs, and all I hear right now is barking. Just ruff, 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 from all my dogs barking at something. Don't hear my son telling them to stop. Hear my dogs barking. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday, because my birthday's tomorrow. Today being May 2nd, for whenever this gets posted. And I'm like, you to just do your chores without me asking you. Maybe help out around the house, sweep the floor or something. That's all I want for my birthday. That's all I want. I'm not going to get it, but it's all I want. I mean, if you're looking for a craft beer that kind of tastes like a macro beer, but lets you know you're drinking a craft beer, this is it. I mean, it's a solid lager. It's a lager that is a lager. Stylistically, I'd probably give it an 8. Enjoyability for myself, I'd probably give it a 6.75. So what's that, like a 7.25 overall altogether? Something like that? 7.15? Something, whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. It's a good beer. North Street Lager from Decew Falls. Thank you. Bye-bye.